This news comes out of Now the End Begins. I couldn't upload the video that I saw because it was on Twitter, and I have to use my iPad for news articles and stuff. But Emmanuel Macron landed in Beirut today, and the cheers of people was as if they were witnessing their savior. You could hear the crowd calling out for him, "Save us, help us, please help us. What are you going to do for us? Please help us." So now, if we turn to Now the End Begins, where it talks about it, I'm going to read it for you. It says, Emmanuel Macron welcomed as a savior as he walks through the devastated streets of Beirut, people crying out, "You are our only hope." Some welcomed Macron like a savior. "Help us, you are our only hope," one well-wisher shouted as Macron stopped to meet residents, while neighbors applauded from flats with broken windows and crumbling balconies. A woman wearing a face mask and heavy-duty gloves cut through the crowd to catch the attention of the French head of state before clenching his hand firmly to make an impassioned plea for help. "Help us, you are our only help," one well-wisher shouted. Macron stopped to meet residents while neighbors applauded from flats. Okay, we read that. Like a scene from Left Behind novel, Emmanuel Macron toured the devastated, bombed-out streets of downtown Beirut today, accepting praise and accolades from the people of Lebanon who call him a savior and cried out, "You are our only hope." Think of all the good things that have come as a result of the COVID global pandemic. Nearly all of the end times players have revealed themselves. Bill Gates and his poisonous vaccine, with digital identification, tyrannical global elites seeking to bankrupt the world economy, and now we have a very solid candidate for the biblical man of sin. These are not good things from the world perspective, but for you and I who are saved and looking for our daily flight 777 on Titus 213 Airlines, these are great things. Great because we are watching with our own eyes the prophecies of both Old and New Testament in being advanced and fulfilled at breakneck speed. From International Business Times. White shirt sleeves rolled up, Emmanuel Macron waded through cheering crowds in the devastated streets of Beirut Thursday, where disaster survivors pleaded with him to help get rid of their reveled ruling elite. Doing what no senior Lebanese leader has done since the deadly explosion in Beirut port 2 days earlier, the French president allowed himself to be thronged by residents of one of the capital's worst-hit neighborhoods. Dozens of people chanting revolution and pleading with him for help pressed against his bodyguards as he walked through the area around 45 minutes. Long simmering anger against Lebanon's leaders had flared since the blast, but appears to have been caused by negligence and is widely seen as the most tragic manifestation yet of corruption. I saw the video myself. Macron was walking through the streets and everybody was it reminded me of the scenes in these Bible movies that you see with everybody pressing against everybody to try to get to Jesus, to try to get a glimpse and try to get a touch of him. That's exactly what it looked like. He was walking down there with his bodyguards, and people were just so eager to see him. They were standing out on their balconies. They were just surrounding him just to get a glimpse of this French president. Okay, it says, "Help us, you are our only hope," one well-wisher shouted. Can we reread that one? I don't know why they repeat themselves. I don't know. Okay, under the nervous gaze of his suited bodyguards, Macron hugged this woman in a prolonged embrace that triggered wild cheers from the crowd. Throughout the dramatic walkout, Macron appeared to savor the moment, his moment. The scene was reminiscent of the legendary 1996 walk through the old city of Jerusalem, a moment that came to define his style as a president and contributed greatly to his popularity. I don't know who they're talking about. Chirac? I don't know who that is. But anyways. clamoring around Macron. People chanted slogans made popular during the country's October popular uprising, launching insults at the political leaders he was to meet hours later. Macron then pressed by residents, some bearing the bandaged wounds of the cataclysmic explosion that disfigured their neighborhood, vowed to be tough and push for reforms. I understand your anger. I am not here to endorse the regime, Macron assured the crowd. It is my duty to help you as a people, to bring you medicine and food. One woman implored Macron to keep French financial assistance out of the reach of the Lebanese officials, accused by many Lebanese for rampant graft and greed. I guarantee you that this aid will not fall into corrupt hands, Macron said. He promised to pitch a new political deal to the country's leaders and to press them to deliver sweeping change. I am going to talk to them. I will hold them accountable. Who is he? Okay, anyways. Macron said before going into a black limousine headed for the presidential palace. Let's see what else it says. Okay, that's it. It didn't say any more after that. But I was looking for the video of it. I can't find it. You might be able to find it on Twitter. I looked on YouTube. Can't find it anywhere, of course. But it's interesting how he is there and he's the only quote-unquote world leader that's there. And yeah, they're kind of praising him as their hero, savior. Interesting enough. There was another explosion, fire today in London at the World Trade Center there in London. They aren't sure where the fire came from. Fires just keep popping up in buildings all over the world. So that's interesting. Keep your eyes out on that. Keep watching. And then there was a post by Amir Sarfati today talking about the Lebanese and Macron, and I'm going to post that at the end here so you can read it for yourself, how they are relying on Macron to bring it back or bring it into French whatever. They want Macron, and they're calling for him. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that, or we're going to be out of here, and he's the person who people think he is. So with that, guys, I'm going to leave you, and next time I will come on with something else. Maybe Bible. I haven't read the Bible on here for quite a while, so I think I might do that. So anyways, I love you guys, and until next time, may you be richly blessed.